Hello students, today we are going to discuss exactly what is coming in your exam in economics application for the year 2021 class 10. So I am going to directly show you from the book and that will really help you a lot. So I will go through the topics and I will be marking each and every part from the index, so you can also mark from there. And so okay, let's get started and let's see what is there in your syllabus and what's not in your syllabus. So now you can see that we have around 10 chapters in the book. So the last chapter is money and banking. So let's start with the first one. So we have the theory of demand. So in the theory of demand, we need to study the concept of demand. Then we need to study factors determining demand for a commodity. Then coming to this 1.4.1, we can see demand schedule, individual and market demand schedule. Both are coming, and individual demand curve and market demand curve is also coming. Law of demand, exception to the law of demand, movement along the demand curve and shifts in the demand curve, along with elasticity of demand. In the elasticity of demand, we have to do 1.1, 1.8.1, 1.8.2, 1.8.3 and 1.8.4 as well. So in this chapter, only the portions which I have highlighted are coming. You need to study this chapter very well, because a lot of questions will be there in your question paper, because this chapter is really important. So coming to the theory of supply, which is chapter number 2, we have concept of supply. Then we have factors determining the supply of a commodity, individual supply schedule, aggregate or market supply schedule, law of supply. Then we have movement along the supply curve, and then shift of the supply curve, along with the elasticity of supply curve, and that is different types or different degree of supply elasticity. So that is all we have in the theory of supply. Both the chapters, the theory of demand and theory of supply, is very important. Ample of questions will be there in your paper, so just go through it very well. Coming to chapter number 3, it is, I think, one of the easiest chapter of the book. So you need to only study 3.3.1, which is the factors of production. That is all. Coming to chapter number 4, land, we can see we only have definition of land and the characteristics of land along with its function and importance of land. That is all you need to study in land. So you can see a lot of portions have been removed from the chapter, so it's really a good thing. So you must work on your studies because it's very less already, so you can easily concentrate on what's important. Then we have labor. In the labor, you only need to study meaning and characteristics of labor and division of labor, only meaning. So from here, only division of labor, and coming downwards, we have only 5.7 efficiency of labor, meaning. That is all we have from this chapter, labor. Sorry, we also have causes of low level of efficiency of workers in India. Okay, so you need to study this as well. Next, we have capital. In the capital, we have the definition of capital, types of capital along with its characteristics, and capital formation, only meaning. That is all you have from capital. Then we have enterprise. In the enterprise, it's, I think it is also one of the least informative part coming in your examination. So that's definition and then the functions of entrepreneur. So that is all it is there in the chapter. Then we have alternative market structures, so meaning of market. Then we have a perfectly competitive market, its basic features, and monopoly market, its basic features. You need to study well, and you also need to study the comparison between the two. They might ask you in that way. You also need to study uh, monopolistic competition and its basic features. That is all you need to study from this chapter. We also have one point which was there in the CISE site. It was product differentiation. There's no particular heading to it. You can find it in monopoly or monopolistic, so just go through it once. Then we have this next chapter, which is the state and economic development, chapter number 9. So in this we can see we only have 9.3.1, which is instruments of state intervention. Then we have fiscal policy. Then we have types of taxes, which is direct and indirect taxes. Then we have examples of direct and indirect taxes in India, and examples of direct and indirect taxes in India. And from there we have 9.3.11, which is the types of taxes, which is progressive, regressive, proportional, and digressive taxes. So in this chapter you need to study only those, and everything is just cut out. And in the last chapter, which is money and banking, we need to study the definition of money. And then 10.3, which is inflation and types of inflation, effects and price inflation in India. From money we have only this part. For banking we have what is bank and what is commercial bank in India, then functions of commercial bank in India, then we have central bank, only meaning and functions of central bank. And from 10.6.2 we have credit control policy of the RBI. So I hope I have covered all the parts of it. If you want to just check it once, you can also go to the CISE site. It's there and you can download it and recheck it if you want. Students have also made a video on Hindi reduced syllabus and of ICSE. So if you want to just know about it, you can go to my channel and find that video. And if you want to know about if you want me to make a video on other subjects, please let me know in the comment section and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.